It's in the game.
We attacking, better stand back and watch them run. Big blitz, nobody blocking. Big win, that's a ring and a watch. Strong in when he come in a slot, trying to bend the corner, your limbs getting. That's your partner, then your twin game. All you wanna do is.
Dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Play action. Now Jackson. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangwu. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the give is Nwangu. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Able to slither by. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make short tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big, big yardage.
And the next-gen stats say he traveled nearly 70 yards after that initial contact. Pretty darn good. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Felisane Aluakin. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Handoff here to Nwangu. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Handoff right side to Nwangu. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7 to 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From just shy of midfield, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw, Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They fake the give. Newton. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Newton throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now it's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, But I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. I think this is a free play for Newton. And Diggs has it. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Being chased out left. Got some room at the 30.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run with Nwangu. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Jaguars!
Kene Nwangu.
His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Newton. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Sebastian Joseph Day on the stop. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's 2nd and 9. Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 9 yards to go.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Newton now to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Another run now for Nwangu. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Vikings 16-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now it's Nwangu.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Gano's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Throwing is Newton. He gets this complete to Diggs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's got this down to the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Second and 10. Newton. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's